The truth is, natural hair can be a very tiresome journey. If you start from scratch, maybe you start from a big chop where you shave off all of your hair, or even if you start by transitioning, meaning you simply stop chemically treating your hair. If you were doing relaxers, you cease the relaxer treatment. If you were doing texturizers, you cease the texturizer treatment. If you were doing anything that was altering the true curl pattern of your hair, you stop those treatments and you return back to growing your hair out in its natural state. Between the time that you start and the time that you get to the length that your hair is going to be, the length that you desire, the volume that you desire, and the overall appearance of hair that you desire, it can be very long. It can be very stressful getting there. It's like an entire education system where you have to learn about your hair, because remember, from the time that we were born up until our adult lives, majority of us are not taught about our hair. We are not taught about textures. We are not taught about maintenance. We are not even taught about styling. We are not taught about anything. So we have to figure out each and every one of these things. We have to learn about the products. We have to learn about ingredients in products. We have to learn about different hairstyles and how they affect our hair and the goal we are trying to achieve. We have to learn about the fact that we may have different textures of hair on one same head. We have to learn about the fact that not everything that we see that's recommended for hair may be specifically for us. It's a lot of unpacking to do and a lot of relearning. So when it comes to things like hair journeys, most of us spend 2 years taking care of our hair. We spend 5 years, we spend 10 years, we spend 15 years. And the truth is, it's not everybody that grows progressively, that learns progressively on a hair journey. Most of us start out growing our hair, but we don't really learn anything substantial until the 5th year. Most of us don't learn anything substantial until the 10th year. And that's when it's like we start to wake up and understand what is really happening. But before then, we were just winging the journey and doing what we felt was necessary. The reality is, natural hair is tedious, and that's acceptable. It's okay to admit it sometimes. It's not everybody that enjoys growing their hair, because not everybody has an agreeable texture that's easy to work with. Not everybody has hair that just falls and it's really, really curly, for lack of a better word. A lot of us have coarse textured hair, and we know that the coarse textured hair takes longer to care for and requires more patience, and a lot of us also don't have this patience even though we have tried. So the truth of it is, a lot of the times we get tired and we start looking for alternatives that will make the job easier, and I completely understand this. I have been there a few times. I've been at the point where I simply wanted to just reduce how much I was caring for my hair. I've gotten to the point where I was so tired of spending time looking for solutions to problems that I was experiencing and not really getting anywhere. And so I just wrapped it up, left the hair for a while, took a break before I went back to my hair care. While it can be tiresome and while it can be challenging, and also let's not forget, depending on your location, depending on what you have available to you, these are the things that can make your journey easy or not so easy. But the truth is, even though there are challenges with every other thing in life, but we still find ways to work around them. We still find ways to make things work out in good ways for us. And the same applies to hair care. You can be tired, but you should not allow yourself to be tired to the point where you completely neglect your hair. You completely stop caring for it. You can take breaks. You can actually take as long a break as you need. You can stop caring for your hair if you want to do 2 weeks, if you want to do 1 month. But always keep in mind that eventually you will return to care if you want your hair to end up looking as healthy as it can look at the end of your hair journey. While it can be very tiresome, there are ways we can mitigate that feeling. There are a few things that we can do to make it easier on ourselves. And the first thing is going to be taking breaks, no matter how long, which I have already talked about. The second thing will be to put your hair in a long-term protective style. It could be braids with extensions, it could be twists with extensions, it could be locks. But you also have to note that you need to be careful when you do these long-term protective styles, because the goal of a long-term protective style is to give you a break for a couple of months. It could be a couple of months. So you could braid your hair for 1, 2, 3. You can even do 4 months. In that time, you are going to reduce how much you need to care for your hair. So if you are washing your hair every week, you can actually reduce that to 1 or twice a month. You can reduce how frequently you need to massage your scalp, how frequently you need to oil your scalp, how frequently you need to apply moisturizers to your hair and scalp. The idea is just to reduce the pressure of keeping your hair in a healthy state consciously. Another thing I want to say is that it doesn't help sometimes that most of the time you may be the only person that you know who is actively caring for your hair. It's good to work in community. It's good to have other people who are doing the same things as you, so that whenever you feel like you're lacking in motivation, you can look towards these people for support. emotional support, physical support, support in terms of knowledge, whatever the case may be. This is where things like groups come in, so groups on Facebook, communities on other social media platforms. This is where these things come in a scenario where you are the only person you know who's caring for your hair, the workload can feel incredibly much. You will tire out often, you feel unmotivated often. And I can also relate to this because for a long time, and even up until now, I am the only person that actually cares for my hair in the way that I do. The rest of the people who I would say I am well acquainted with are not as serious about natural hair care. And that's completely fine. Everybody has different priorities, and I know what I'm using my hair for and what I need it for. But it does not take away from the fact that sometimes you will need to talk about your experiences with other people. That's the reason why I have platforms and communities like this one. That's the reason I have my page on Facebook. That's the reason why I have my page on Instagram and on TikTok. What I have learned from having all of these communities is that once I talk about a problem, if in the past I felt like it was only one or two persons who could relate to that problem, the amount of people who come out every time I make a post that can relate to that post, that want to share their experience about that post, that want to talk about how they felt going through that post supposedly alone, sometimes astonishes me. There are so many shared experiences, and we all live in different places, we all lead different lives, but one thing that brings us together is our experiences. And like any other thing in life, natural hair is an experience that you learn more from when you share your own point of view with others. This is the reason why I always tell people that nothing is oversaturated. Once you lend your own voice to something, there is always somebody who's going to resonate with it because they heard it from you, and there is always going to be somebody who hears about that thing from your own page for the very first time. So when it comes to considering natural hair as something that is tiresome, I completely understand, and I always encourage people to take breaks from time to time because of the fact that we've had to learn about hair all in our adult life by ourselves. It can also feel like it's not something you can do because to learn something that you're not being taught can be very, very tedious. If you are going to be learning about products, about ingredients, about all of this, there's a reason why we always suggest that people read the label on a product, read through the ingredients. But then again, even if you're reading through the ingredients, it's not everybody that understands what is written there. It's not everybody that can look at the ingredients and understand what each ingredient is supposed to do. And that's one reason why I sometimes get angry when I look at a product and I see the majority of those ingredients are chemicals, even when the writing on the front of the product says that it contains natural ingredients. One thing is happening in front and another thing is happening at the back. And unlike me, there are people who are not going to go through all of that trouble reading two sides of the product. They just buy a product from reading the front and they assume that the product has been formulated correctly and the person who formulated knows what they are doing, but it's not always the case. So a lot of times, even though it can be tiresome, it's good to find connections with other people and see if you can be motivated to stay on the journey and keep going instead of just giving up, cutting off your hair, going back to relaxers, going back to treatment because it was easier for you to maintain your hair that way. The maintenance is one thing, growing the hair is one thing. In fact, deciding to grow your natural hair is a thing on its own, but once you make that decision, it's up to you to consciously do the best that you can to grow your hair to its healthiest state. The good thing is, once your hair has gotten to the healthiest that it can be, you will look at what you see in the mirror and you will absolutely love it. If you wanted your hair to grow longer and it got longer, you will love those results. If you wanted your hair to be fuller and you got more volume, you will also love those results. Whatever the goal you set for yourself was, whether it was shine, whether it was less split ends, whether it was hair that was even all round, once you get to those results, all of the things that you went through always will be worth it at the end. So this was just a little bit of motivation for you out there. I know I come here and I talk about natural hair care in every shape and form, and I talk about so many different topics that offer so much value, but it does not take away from the fact that a lot of times we are just tired and we just want to take a step back from caring for our hair so much. And unfortunately, natural hair is not something that you can leave on its own and expect it to thrive still. You have to be caring for it in a little way, no matter how small. So I just wanted to encourage you, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like you want to give up on your hair or you want to give up on your journey, don't do that just yet. Don't allow the frustration to take over. Don't allow the way that you feel about your hair to completely make you stop caring for it. Instead, take a step back. Do that long-term protective style. I always recommend the long-term protective style because you will come out of a long-term protective style, and if the style was installed correctly, whether your care for the hair was minimal in that period or not, you will have more volume and you will have more length. But do the long-term protective style before you decide to cut that hair out of frustration or relax it out of frustration, and just give yourself time to rest and give your hair and your scalp and yourself as well time to breathe. I hope you found this a little inspirational. This one was just for motivational purposes, but I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.